Hi guys, welcome back to another Update Wednesday video. Great to see you all. We're nearly at 200 now. I think we might have just hit 200 by this video. Fantastic, I can't believe it. Absolutely brilliant. Next milestone of course is going to be the 300 mark. We'll have to do something special for that. So let's have a look round my allotment at home. So here we are at the allotment at home, and lots of things are happening. Been caught out a little bit because I had some fantastic growth, and of course now I haven't been seeding, so I haven't really got that growth coming back, but I'll show you what I mean by that. So here we have the strawberry bed with all our lovely strawberries in and weeds at the moment. That's my next project, is to weed that one out. I have been weeding as you'll see a little bit later on, but beans, finally I've managed to get a couple of beans to grow. Now I've been talking to a lot of the allotmenteers up on the site, and they said they've had awful trouble with their beans as well. So yeah, we have actually got a couple here, so that's not so bad, is it? Savoy cabbage doing really well in the middle there. It was a little bit of wasteland, and I thought I'd try planting some Savoy cabbage in there, and yeah, they're doing well, but of course the problem is I can't get into weed. A little bit of a problem, never mind. Peas, I don't know what's happening here. I think they're actually dying in the peas if they come to the end of their time. I don't know, so I'm going to plant some more seeds in modules so that we can get them out, because obviously I thought I might have had peas all, throughout the whole of the season, and they've all sort of decided to shrivel a little bit. So maybe you can let me know what this is all about. Is it just the end of their growing time? Yeah, well, we've had quite a lot of though, fed the family, which is what it's all about. Parsnips doing really well. I have transplanted some of these, as I keep saying to you, so it's interesting to see what's going to happen there with the parsnips. But yeah, parsnip bed's looking good. And then I've got a bit of wheat thinning out to do here. This is my purple top turnips. And if you remember, this end I have already had some out because I planted some really early in the year. So I've had a crop already, and then I planted some seeds. So I've got to thin those out. That's the next job. And the cabbages are looking good. I've got one or two slug I think in there, but we've had a few of those out, and the idea of putting them in quite close and then pulling them out youngish and having it young is working really well for me. So we've had quite a few out there, and we've had some meals, which is what it's all about. Sweet corn's coming along. Just thought I'd try some sweet corn this year, so that's all coming along. And I did plant beans in there with them, but I've not seen any of the beans, so that didn't work. And what do we got over here? Okay, so the onions are starting to swell. Woo! We are getting onions now. I've got a couple there that's tennis ball size, which is nice. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's good. So they are starting to flop over, so it might be time to start pulling them out, and I've got some more actually to go in. I don't know what will happen, whether we'll get anything this year if I plant them now. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below what you think. But I planted these ones a few weeks ago, and they've all sprouted. So yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. We never know. So this is very late beans that I planted, because I've just been planting and planting and planting, hoping that they'll do something. And these ones have. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that maybe, excuse me, in a few weeks they'll be right at the top of these canes, and we'll see if we've got any beans this year. Swede has had an attack of the white butterfly, but it's not the tops I'm worried about, because it's obviously it's the Swede down the bottom there that we want. So yeah, we'll keep watering these every day, swell those Swedes up, and yeah, so that's looking good. Carrots, looking really nice. Trying to keep on top of the watering because we've had beautiful weather, but I think we're going to get rain today because it's overcast and supposed to have thunderstorms, so yeah, that'd be interesting. Beetroot, not a lot happened to the beetroot. I've had growth, now it's starting to go to seed, which is really weird, and not a lot on the roots, not a lot on the ball, you know, the actual, nothing. Look, tiny. People will shout at me lack of water, but I mean, water them every day, and it's got horse manure in there and all sorts, so you would have thought it would have kept some of the moisture. So all my lettuce has gone to seed now. I have planted a couple of rows of other lettuce there, and I'm going to keep planting those up, and that's important. And these have come on leaps and bounds since the last video. We've got lots of flowers coming out. These are all my pumpkins, so they're doing really well. Giving them a good weed as well. They had all brambles around here, so we managed to clear all the brambles. Onions are doing well as well. They're the ones planted early, and then the ones at that end were from seed. So yeah, doing really well on the onions. Over this side, well, this is the courgettes, running courgettes and all sorts of things going on here, and they are now actually starting to run. It was quite funny because when I was weeding, I found all the runners because I didn't think that they were running at all. And then in amongst the weeds were the runners, so we've pinned them on my arch, so hopefully we'll have lots and lots of these courgettes running up and down the arch. Well, they're starting to fruit already, which is good. Got a fruit there, look at that. Yeah, so fruits are coming onto them, so lots of water just to keep those going. So the fruit's not doing so well. You've got to get in there and get that sorted out. The gooseberries done a weird thing this year. They've just sort of flopped, so every single branch is sort of flopped over, so I've got to get in there, restructure that, and we'll sort that little bit out. Rhubarb in a pot, that's coming along really nicely, so we're going to have some nice thin rhubarb there to munch on. In the polytunnels, let's have a look. Well, things are definitely happening in the polytunnels. So in the polytunnels, we've got our experiment celery in a bag. So that'd be quite interesting just to see if that comes to anything, but it's doing well so far. Then we've got the Cape gooseberries over that side, doing really well. Well, I think they are. I've never really grown them, so I don't know. Then we've got the chilies, and the chilies now are all sort of branched off into little trees. Trying to show you that. They're look, sort of branching off into trees. So I don't know, hopefully we'll get some chilies off there. These ones have gone really mad. Look, they're above my waist now, waist height, these chilies. So yeah, waiting for the fruits really. I want to see some fruits. Cucumbers, from the really poor start that we had, these have now taken off. So I've already had one cucumber, and then I've got another one growing there. That looks nice, and another one growing there. So plenty of flowers on there. So I'm really hoping, you know, we're going to have an endless supply of cucumber this year. These are the tomatoes, the blight resistant tomatoes. So they're doing really well, and also look at the size of that tomato. It's almost like a beef eater. So I don't know, because these are just called blight resistant, blight bliss or something. So it didn't say how big the fruits will grow, and there wasn't really a lot on that. It was more just on the fact that, oh, I'll take that one out. On the fact that, more the fact that they just don't get blight. So yeah, so I keep pulling these side shoots out. There we are. I keep spotting them. So yeah, they're doing really well. And then we've got some more cucumber here. These are late starters. But I bought this bag from Aldi. I don't know, I told you last week. I bought this bag from Aldi, and it's just full of wood. It literally it's just like a bag of chippings, really. So I'm not too happy with that, and it's really hard to water because it just sort of runs off the chippings. So polytunnel number 2, where it's all going on. So the tomatoes, they're getting really quite tall now. so we might have to tip the tops off, clip the tops out, is it you say? So yeah, getting good fruits on this one. This is beautiful. Look at the fruits on there. So that's looking good, and that's my black cherry. Yeah, that's right. These are the black cherry. So yeah, looks like we're gonna have lots of fruit on there. Looking really good. We've got lots down the bottom there as well. So just keep watering them. I think probably it's a daily thing now, I believe. If you can let me know in the comments below, is it a daily thing? And we should give them at least a litre a day or something. So yeah, these ones are coming on. These are my red pear. So you can see the difference in them. Look. They almost look like a tigerillo, actually, with the stripes. But yeah, red pear. So it's going to be quite nice. They're coming along. And then we've got these ones, which is our money maker. And they're doing really well at the moment. So they've got some good tomatoes down the bottom there. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. So what happens normally is that I get all this growth. I get all these lovely tomatoes, and then they normally all die. That's normally what happens to me when I grow tomatoes. They normally die of blight. So hopefully in the polytunnel we're not going to get that this year. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Aubergines. Wow, I've never really grown aubergines, so this is a new experience for me. They're a funny looking plant, aren't they? Furry, and I've had flowers, these lovely purple flowers down here, beautiful flowers. So hopefully some fruits will come. The carrots, they're just about, I think, ready to pull, because now the tops have all flopped. So I'm actually waiting, because I want to do the cookery programs, recordings. So I'm trying to wait, because I obviously want to pull those and use them in the programs. These are my tigerilla tomatoes, and they're coming along. I've got some good fruits, I must admit, really nice fruits this year. I think these polytunnels were definitely a good thing, a good buy, as I say. So plenty of flowers, and we got the fruits coming along too, so you can't grumble. And then these ones are a mixture, isn't it? Black cherry and tigerillo and all sorts, just all bundled up. They were just sort of what I had left. I had more room than I anticipated, so that's what we did with those. Right, so let's take a walk up the top. And we've still got the chickens, and we don't mind having the chickens, but we didn't think we'd have them for quite as long as we are. And quite a few people have, no, well, actually one person has put on my site that they haven't got enough room. They've got enough room to walk up and down. They can do that. They can furk. We throw stuff in there for them. So as far as we're aware, they are healthy. And like I say, we didn't think we'd have them for so long. If we knew we were going to have them for longer, we obviously would have built a proper pen for them. But the house hasn't gone through for my sister-in-law. So we're still waiting they're waiting for solicitors and things to get a move on. All right, and then these chickens are going to go in. They've got a huge pen, which they've stored. But yeah, I think we might have to go into discussions about that. All right, so don't worry about the chickens. They have been checked by the vets as well, and they said they are perfectly healthy. As long as they've got room to walk up and down, they're fine. So hopefully that'll put you to rest, put you at ease, as they say. Potatoes are coming along. We've got to earth these ones up. These are sort of an experiment. They're late, really late now, I suppose, but I planted them off, and so I've got some earthing up to do, just the top of the bag. So yeah, keeping going with potatoes. We've had, look at this, look, bare ground. We've had 3 lots of potatoes now, and they're really nice, really nice. So these are just sort of sat waiting now for us to eat them. That's why they're all looking a bit scrawny, because they're already flowered and the tops are dying down. So yeah, but the potatoes will still be in there waiting for us. And then of course we got the main crops on this side, and they're starting to go into flower and hopefully give us lots. Now I've got lots of growth here, and I was talking to a farmer because we was at an agricultural show here on the Isle of Wight, and I said to him, I've got lots and lots of growth, but the potatoes aren't very big. And he said, too much nitrogen. So there's a little gem for you. Too much nitrogen in the soil. Apparently they don't need the nitrogen, as much, but he didn't tell me what it was they did need, which was a bit of a shame. So he said you'll get masses of growth green, but you won't get much potato. So there's an interesting little fact. So if anyone does know what they do need, then I can look at that for next year, because I'm obviously using compost, and he said it's just too full of nitrogen, that's why you're getting all this growth. So that was a nice little gem. All right guys, so fruit trees are coming along. This is my green gauge tree, and I did pull this about a bit last year. Now this thing keeps on, every year it changes. We get different things happening to it. One year it was absolutely smothered in black fly, and then this year we've got funny looking leaves on it. How about this? Any ideas, guys? What on earth is going on here? Oh, size my hand. What's going on here? Anyone seen anything like that before? It's like it's got warts. Yeah. So comments below, please, guys. Not seen that one before. So yeah, lots of new growth on there though, which is what I was hoping for. So I've got to get in there and just sort the growth out, because obviously it all seems to grow up in the air. I don't know why. Sort of, yeah, strange. Double pear tree, that's coming along now. Double pear tree's coming along. We've got some fruits. It's only its second year, so we're not expecting a lot from it. Just doing well. And then this year, see, last year we didn't get any walnuts. This year we've got some walnuts growing again, so that's really good. Maybe it just has a rest one year. So yeah, but again it looks like it's got some sort of disease. Not sure about that. Funny old things, trees, aren't they? But it's got the warts as well. It's a big wart, that one. I'm going to squeeze it, it might explode. The funny pear tree, which doesn't seem to have any fruit on it this year, so I'm going to talk to landlady and just say, can we just snip that right out, because there's nothing on it this year. And I think this wild pear has taken over, because they were saying that it's a root stock, and they put the pear onto the root stock, and then the root stock actually then takes over and creates this whatever the rootstock was originally, because we've got like this thorny tree that's just, it's just not doing anything. So I think we best just take that out. Where the apple tree, that's coming on leaps and bounds. We did a lot of cutting from this one. We've got the mistletoe on it, which is obviously not doing it any favors, but it's not our tree, so we can't do anything about that. I can only try to look after it. So we're making it airy. I can throw my hat through the center, as they say. So yeah, that's coming along. I haven't a clue what this one is. I thought it might, it might fruit or something, but it was very small when we first came here. Now it's getting bigger and bigger. I think it looks like a fig to me, but I'm not sure. It'd be nice if it was. Maybe somebody could let me know what tree this is. Yeah. So here we go. Now, I don't know if you can tell when they're so small, but if people could identify my apples for me, that'd be great, because I don't actually know what they are. And if I could put some names to them, or a name to them, then obviously that'd be lovely to know what we're eating. They are a beautiful apple. And again, a lot of cutting. Probably still got a lot of cutting to do, because we've got branches overlapping and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of sorting out to do. But that takes time. We can't take too much wood out of a tree in 1 year. So, and then we've got this one here. Now, I still reckon this is Golden Delicious, but I'm not sure. Again, if you can see from this early stage and let me know. There might be a few guesses out there. It's definitely not a Granny Smith, but it's just the way it's got these white speckles, and that just makes me wonder if it is a Golden Delicious. But there we are. So that's my apples. This one also a lot of cutting out. Just huge tree. Yeah, beautiful. There we are. So there we are, just a quick update of my allotment. Hopefully you're still finding these interesting. It's still interesting to me, because obviously I'm getting all these brilliant comments about what I'm doing wrong or right. You know, it's great community. I'm really glad that all 197 of you with me at the moment and enjoying my videos. And thank you for watching. And like I say, it's a great community, and I hope we can stick together and we can grow forever. How's that? All right then, guys. See you next week.